Yo, what's up, guys? I'm so excited that you're here today. Give us a hashtag replay down below if you're watching the replay. If you've joined real quick and you're on the live, give us a hashtag live. But I'm super stoked. We got our man, Matt Tran over here. He's an absolute legend in the YouTube and affiliate marketing game. He has over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube right now, and he just partnered up. I don't know how recent it was, but partnered up with Dan Locke on a few business ventures. And I'm super stoked to have him today. If you guys have any questions along the way, just drop your questions down below. But Matt, I'll just let you take over and introduce yourself so I don't do any more.
I'm dying. First impression.
That's a great way to start off.
Sick. All right. That was awful. But hi, my name is Matt. I've been doing YouTube for 7 years. I got a cough. And I just had to clear my throat. And so I've been doing it for 7 years. I've been helping people with their careers. And the most common way I help people is I help them get a job in digital marketing. So hold on one second. I just can get this out of my throat.
This is a great start. Guys, if you're on the live right now, hashtag cough down below or something. This is a great start.
Yeah, that's so I'm in Saigon right now, and there's all these like parties and stuff like that I want to go to, and unfortunately they're like really crowded spaces with a ton of people, and so of course I got sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to what I do though is I really help people get jobs in digital marketing, and I found that to be really effective because I could get someone a job in digital marketing within a couple of months, and so they could go from zero to earning like $50,000 a year in like 2 months. If they just learn some AdWords, learn some retargeting, learn how to put a pixel on, it's not that hard. And so we've been able to get like hundreds and hundreds of people jobs in digital marketing, and everyone's really, really happy. And it's a situation where it's a perfect storm in that if there wasn't so much demand, then it wouldn't be so easy to get people jobs.
Awesome, dude. So how did your entrepreneur career start? In what year and how long have you been doing it?
Yeah. I started my YouTube channel August 1st, 2011. I actually have it tatted right here. If I could lift my sleeve up. I have it tatted right there. You guys see that? You guys see that at home? So it's August 1st, 2011. And I just got that this year. So 7 years into it, I finally got the tattoo.
Right.
And so it's been 7 years that I've been making YouTube videos. And it's so crazy because in the beginning, when I was making my first videos, at the time in 2011, there's no such thing as Grant Cardone, no such thing as Ty Lopez, no such thing as Gary Vee, definitely no such thing as, who's the one saying Dan Locke, right? Yeah. And so when I started first making career videos, people thought I was crazy because the platform at the time was only being used for pranks and comedy sketches. And so to be educational on YouTube was weird. But I'm glad I did it. So it was a situation where I knew there'd be opportunity because career information was just so bad on the internet that I was like, okay, well, why don't we just put some accurate career information? And then it worked out really, really well for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. So was there a moment, and how long did it take you to reach that moment where you were like, holy shit, this is actually working. I can turn this into a career?
When I learned how to do content marketing properly. And so what is content marketing, in case you're watching at home, maybe you're new, is that in a way that you got to educate people for free, but at the same time, you still have to make a pitch to them. And selling to people is really hard, especially if you haven't done it before. But once I learned how to properly sell to people at the end of videos, that's when it got a lot better. And then I also switched from taking brand deals, which is upfront payment, to an affiliate link. And then when I switched to affiliate links, I mean, it was a huge difference. And then when I started selling the course, I'm an affiliate for the course to help people get jobs in digital marketing. That was the biggest game changer because for some reason people were buying it. And then 3 months later, we had a ton of testimonials. So the testimonials are really sell it. And out of the 4 ways to sell to someone, which is like referral by a friend, testimonial, like social proof, like the Lamborghini, and then the last one is by educating. Obviously a referral by a friend is like the strongest one, but I think the second strongest, in my opinion, are testimonials that look real, that are genuine. And so once I had those genuine testimonials, my income blew up because we're just post them and people can see it's real. And that's what really helped me.
That's awesome. So your favorite way to monetize a YouTube channel is through affiliate?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that should be everyone's favorite way. I mean, unless you have your own product, of course, that's great. Maybe that's something I could talk to you about, as I have no idea what to make a course on or how to make my own product. And so that's something that I've been debating about, but I haven't found anything yet. So in the meantime, I just sell other people's stuff. And I think affiliate is the best way because it's the most fair thing. Like, you only pay me if I get a sale, and that's it. So if a company has to pay me a few $1,000s a month, there's no question about it that I didn't deserve it because I just buy sales. Whereas like there are platforms to get sponsorships for different things, like FameBit, where you can apply for different brand deals. But it's just like, man, applying and working with new companies all the time is like picking up a new client every week and adjusting to it. And then you make one video with them and that's it. It's like, holy crap, all that negotiation for just like $1,000 is not even worth it, right? Absolutely. So I'd rather just do the affiliate links.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions on YouTube or affiliate marketing or anything for Matt Tran, drop them down below. We'll get them all answered for you. But this is awesome. So if somebody's just starting a YouTube channel, I'm sure it's changed since 2011, but how would you suggest people start getting eyeballs on their videos?
Okay, so I mean, we talked a little bit about this before we went live.
Yeah.
The number one thing you got to be sure of before you start any YouTube channel is, are you a likable person? Because if you're a likable person, anything will work. You could talk about deep fishing, or you could talk about how to make potato chips, but if you have a likable personality, people will watch you. And so when people start channels, like 80% of their concerns are, do I have the right equipment? And do I have like the right lighting and the right microphone? And then like almost zero concern is put on whether they're a likable person.
Do I have the personality? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the personality for it? And then what happens is like you have this, you buy the DSLR, you buy the microphone, and then you're like, hey, today I'm going to share with you 5 secret retargeting strategies that took my business from 0 to 7 figures. Like, it's just, no one's going to watch it, right? So I would put like a ton of time into being likable, building that personality, and then the audience will come no matter what, okay? The second thing is you got to have very clickbaitable titles, but you have to ride that fine line between obnoxiously clickbait versus boring.
Yeah.
And that's a hard line to ride. So for me, I'm still juggling with that, but it's just one of those things. Then the third thing is you have to hook the audience in the first 5 seconds. So you gotta do something that is hook. It's just like running an ad, right? Like, first thing about internet ads is like stop the audience from scrolling, and that's the exact same thing. You gotta hook the audience, come out strong. Maybe like the live stream starts and you start coughing like crazy, like what's going on, right? Something that wasn't intentional, by the way, but I'm just saying. That wasn't our plan. My throat. Yeah, it's planned. I planned that the whole time, of course. But yeah, hooking the audience in the first 5 seconds, just like with running an ad on the internet, is very, very, very important. But again, I would spend 80% of your time having a likable personality, and that's just going to carry your way through. And if possible, you want a personality that draws people in. So that means, I would say, a little bit edgy usually does better than being a wholesome, because wholesome can be seen as boring. Like, there's nothing unique about you. So if you can add a little bit of edge to you, that's usually better.
Cool. I love it. I know when I was first starting making videos, like not too long ago, it was November of last year, I was so fucking nervous in front of the camera. If you watch my welcome video, which was one of the first videos I ever made and put on the internet, that took me like, for a 3-minute video, that took me like 3 hours to create, because I was like, fuck, I look like an idiot there. And then I'd have to redo it. But I really think, in addition to having a good personality, it's super important to just start creating and just start putting things out there and just seeing how they're received. Because I know there are a lot of people that are just nervous in front of the camera, but over time, the more times you get in front of the camera, those walls will start to break down.
I'd like to also add that so many people are concerned about being perfect and that they don't upload. But what's funny is that people are less concerned about the technical know-how that you're giving them, and they're more concerned about the emotion that you're conveying in the video. Like, so many people watch videos that you already know everything in the video, but you just agree with it, and you're like, yeah, I agree with that guy. He just reworded exactly what I think, and I really enjoyed that video. And so if you could just convey, like, motivational energy, charismatic energy, or even humor in your video, and you say stuff that the audience already knows, like, hey guys, today we're talking about how to pixel shit. Pixeling is a great thing because it's like stalking someone on the internet without them knowing, right? And so if you take something that they already know, something very basic, like even pixeling on Facebook, but put it in an entertaining way, or be energetic about it, or being fun about it, you'll still build an audience, even though you're talking about something that they already know.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Don't overthink your content. I know I've thought about like some things putting in my Facebook group and like, oh, everybody knows this. They won't like respond to it. And then some of those posts have been my best posts just simply because people like to be reminded, or it was so basic that somebody didn't know that basic thing and it's really helped them in their business. But yeah, tell me a little bit more about starting your YouTube channel. What was that like? Did you just use your phone to make the videos starting out, or what did that look like?
Yeah, I'm a little bit opposite from a lot of entrepreneurs, because a lot of entrepreneurs have like successful businesses and then they go onto a platform, and then so they're already an expert and they just need to put a camera in front of them and they already have so much to talk about. My entrepreneurial journey started with uploading videos. And so I was so scared at the time of investing in my business that even buying a $70 webcam was a huge investment for me.
Yep.
And yeah, it's kind of nuts, right? Looking back on it now, like, of course, like $70, like whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like even now, it's like a couple $1,000s into my business. It's like, it's just like, oh, fuck, you know, whatever it is, right? But it's weird in the beginning. $70 is the biggest thing. So I just started uploading videos, and I was so crap that like I had no idea about lighting. I had like a ton of like backlights and no lights in front of my face. So I just had no idea what I was doing, and I just kind of learned along the way. What it was like, man, like everyone told me it was a bad idea. Like not a single friend or family member was supportive. Like, hey, Matt, like this could really work, because there's no career channel at the time. Even now, like there's very few career channels on YouTube. A lot of entrepreneurship, but not a lot of careers, right? Career channels. And so everyone said it was a stupid idea. Every single person. And yeah, it was really, really lonely. And like it's a very cliche entrepreneurial path where it's like, you know, your friends and family tell you you're crazy, it's never going to work. And then obviously it does. I'm here in Shanghai, or not Shanghai, Saigon. I'm here in Saigon, living a really fun life. I'm about to go to a beach city in two nights from now. And all of it started from this $70 webcam that I bought after everyone telling me this is a dumb idea. And my videos were so bad in the beginning that some of my friends would watch it and they would tell me like, oh my God, your video was so funny. And I would think, you know, it wasn't like, dude, it wasn't a comedy video. It was like educational video. So it wasn't even intended to be funny, but they thought it was funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty rough. And along the way, I'm still learning a lot. And we were mentioning before we went live that I'm practicing some like comedy skills, learning, you know, like punchlines and some structure to comedy to make my videos better, because I know that if I can be more entertaining, then my message can spread farther.
I love that. That is freaking awesome. I just want to say hi to everybody. What's up, Alvin, Lori, Debbie, Rob? What's up, my dude? Debbie, my name's Andrew, not Dan, but whatever. I know it's tough on a Sunday. John and Tasha actually has a question for you. Love you, Tasha, by the way. She's my personal assistant. What kind of course are you creating right now? Have you started creating it? What kind of course? What are you thinking about creating?
Actually, that's what I wanted to ask you about, Mr. Course Creation Master. I actually don't know, because the digital marketing one just works well, and I mentioned earlier is because the demand is there. A ton of demand is for digital marketers, and not enough supply. So it's a situation where it's just easy to get people jobs, and so I don't know what course I can make.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to talk about this after the
Yeah,
call.
yeah,
The one transition I'm making is from course creation. So I've created 2 courses so far. It's Stupid Simple Client Acquisition and then Messenger Bots for Agencies and Entrepreneurs. They've both done over 6 figures. And there are actually a lot of people here that are in those courses. And I'm actually moving from a course model to a coaching model because courses give you skills, but there's also accountability and mentorship that people need to actually get transformation in their life.
yeah,
So I don't want to just give people information skills. I want to provide actual transformation, which comes through the SAM model, giving them skills, accountability, and mentorship. And I haven't announced this yet, but I just partnered up with another big social media marketer. And we're actually coming out with a coaching program that's going to transform so many people's lives. And I'm super freaking pumped for it. But I probably shouldn't have announced it, but fuck it, it's out there. But yeah, we'll definitely talk about that stuff. Yeah, there's a worksheet that I'll send over to you too that will help you jog some ideas for either a course or a coaching program.
yeah. So to answer the question, I'm still working on it, but it has to be something along the lines of getting people to quit their 9 to 5 and getting a remote job. Something along those lines, I think, is something that I would feel passionate about. Something I would really want to teach because, I'm here and I actually meet more employees here in Saigon than I do entrepreneurs, and that's because if you really look at the timeline of online business, 2006 to 2016, I would call it like phase 1, where it's like green fields. Like when I'm in my YouTube channel, no other career channel on YouTube, right? If you started an Amazon FBA business in 2011, you have a ton easier, right?
Yeah.
And so if you try now, you have a lot more competition, a lot more people who already have a ton of ratings, a lot of people who have already established channels who already know the game. So it makes it a little bit harder to get in yourself. But the climate has changed where it's easier than ever to get a job for someone who created a successful online business. One example is my friend's company, Empire Flippers. When I met Joe just 2 years ago, he had about 15 Westerners working for him. Now they're at 50 in just 2 years. So that's 40, I don't know, 35 new remote jobs that he created over the past 2 years. And that's just one company. For my team is, I have 4 people working for me right now. And again, that grew from like 0 to 4. So all these opportunities to work remote is an easier stepping stone for most people than just trying to start your own online business. And I would argue that it's even better because if you study and work for someone who already created an online business, you're just getting paid to learn, right? And so people are like, people might brush off, I don't want to be an assistant for Andrew. Why would I want to be an assistant? You're looking at it at like a very, I would say like barbaric point of view. Like, I'm going to pay $20 an hour or whatever. I don't know how much you pay Tasha. I'm going to pay $20 an hour remote, and like I'm not going to learn jack. But really, working for you as an assistant, I'm sure Tasha has already learned a lot about creating courses, making chatbots, running a group, right? So she's learned so many skills from a personal assistant role. And people always look down on roles like customer service. But imagine if you're a customer service for ClickFunnels, what that would look like. You're sitting there 8 hours a day doing what? Fixing people's funnels. You see really, really bad funnels, but you also see funnels of people who make a ton of money. And it'd be very easy for you to be like, oh, this person has a double comma award and he's asking me to help with his funnel. I know exactly what this double comma person's funnel looks like. And so when people think, oh, customer service, that's a BS role, I would never want to do that, even if it's remote. They don't think, what if you're doing customer service for a skill that is really important, like Active Campaign, which I know you promote, or ClickFunnels, which is really important, right? So again, not looking at things as like, so like, oh, I'm a customer service person. That I don't want to do it because it's like a low role. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that. Like, just learn under an entrepreneur first before you try to start your own online company. Because like we were talking about before, people try to start with a course and go straight into creating a business. And that's really, really hard when you don't have that accountability and that mentorship side of things to include your learning skills. So that's super duper crucial. And I love that piece of advice, man.
Yeah.
So
any more questions from the audience, or what's next?
Yeah, let's see if there are any down here. Somebody said I've made them a lot of money, so that's cool. Good job. No questions right now, but I'm curious about the Dan Lok situation. How'd you first get introduced to him? How did that business partnership come about?
Yeah, with Dan Lok, it's very interesting because when I first stumbled upon his channel, he was still working on the channel. So I would say his content was very basic, right? Like he hadn't now you look at his videos, they're very polished. It looks very official. He has a nice intro. But when I first stumbled upon his videos, it was just like recordings of him speaking at the Vancouver Club, and they're basic. But I was thinking, okay, well, what's this guy's real business? And then I went to a conference called Manfluential in Atlanta, and he was a speaker there. So a lot of speakers there, even though they're YouTubers, they couldn't hold attention. They're boring. Mm-hmm. But when Dan Lok went up with his red suit, flashy, he killed it. Like he held my attention. He was entertaining. He made me laugh. He made me cry. He impressed me. He was really ballsy. He showed a screenshot where he earned $100,000 in a day. Like he did a lot of things that held my attention and changed my emotions a lot. So I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting, right? And so then I asked one of his staff members, I was like, how long have you been working for Dan? And he said, oh, 2 years. It's like, what the heck? You've been working for Dan for 2 years? That's a long time to be an employee. So I asked him, like, how is it working for Dan? He's like, oh, I love it. I love my job. I'm like, oh, and you love your job? Okay, so for me, when you ask employees how happy they are, that's always a very good indicator of how good the leader is, right? And so I was like, okay, let's ask Dan for an affiliate link. So I went to his executive director, Desmond, and asked him for an affiliate link. And he's like, oh, I don't know. Well, we'll have to ask Dan. We're not really sure. We only partner with people who have like email lists of 100,000. And at the time, I didn't even have an email list. My email list is like 2,000 people. So we'll think about it. So then a couple hours later, they come back to me like, hey, we're going to do a joint venture. I'm like, okay, cool. We should schedule time to, shoot the videos. Oh, we're going to shoot them now. I'm like, now? Yeah, we're going to shoot them now. I'm like, all right, like, now? Yeah, I'm getting the Uber. I'm like, okay. So Dan is already at the hotel because he already left. But so I jump into an Uber with him and his staff, and we're riding to the Ritz-Carlton where Dan Lok is staying. So we run into a problem in that, like, we can't shoot into the hotel room. It's not allowed. So Desmond closes the floor manager on giving us a conference room for free for 2 hours. It's supposed to be like $500 an hour. We just got it for free.
Yeah.
Tips the floor waiter, like $20. Like, hey, can you get us like some champagne? Tips him like $20, slips him 20. The guy comes back with a whole bottle of champagne. It's like, what the fuck? So we shoot the videos on the spot, and it's really, really, really good. And it's interesting because most of the times when I'm an affiliate for someone, because I have such a big audience, they'll just give me a link to their course for free, right? Like just to look at it.
Yeah.
So Dan is very special in that he says, if you want to be my JV, joint venture partner, you have to buy my course. I'm like, okay. How much is it? $2,400. I was like, what? I mean, in my head, I was thinking, what, right? But think about how committed I am already, right? I'm already in the Ritz-Carlton. We're already in the conference room. His video guys are setting up the cameras, and he tells me, by the way, if you want to be a joint venture partner, you got to, it's $2,400. You got to be part of HTC, high ticket closing as well, if you want to sell HTC. So even though I flinched in my head, I held a straight face. I was like, yeah, no problem. So we shot the 2 videos. We hung out a little bit, and then I was like, okay, interesting. So since I paid for HTC, I'm gonna go take it, right? I'm thinking like, okay, well, let's just see what this closing thing is about. I gotta tell you, it's really, really good. I've been really, really happy with it. It's helped me a lot in terms of like just communication skills, closing, and mentality. I think it covers those 3 things. And in addition, the people I've sold HTC to have been very happy with it. I've gotten at least 10 messages from people saying that it's the best purchase of their life, which helps me breathe a little bit better. You know, whenever you promote something, especially a course, you know, you always feel a little bit like, oh man, I feel gonna like it.
Yeah, especially high ticket course.
Especially a high ticket course. You know what? The psychology about it is so funny. He's like, you can't sell a high ticket course until you buy one. Yeah. And so that's why he makes everyone buy it. It's funny. But yeah, so the HTC course is very effective. A lot of people like it. It's particularly good if you're already doing high ticket sales or high ticket closing. So for example, if you're a real estate agent or you're a person who does like mortgage loans, any kind of situation where you got to close like really high expensive stuff, even like if you're like a car salesperson, it'd be really applicable to you. But it also helps with if you just want to be a closer, like as a profession as well. Mm-hmm. So that's the whole story with Dan. It's very interesting because I think a lot of people, including myself, had a very low impression of Dan when we first saw him. Yeah. And then there's usually some sort of switch where you're like, okay, this guy's BS. Like, oh no, this guy's like really cool. Yeah. It's happens to a lot of people, and I still get bullshit from people saying like, oh, I can't believe you partnered with that guy. Like even today, like I think I had a community post on YouTube where I posted a picture with him, and I got like a couple comments like, you sell out, partnering with Dan, that MLM pyramid scheme guy. So yeah, he causes a lot of emotions in people, but for the most part, I think he's pretty well liked.
Yeah, absolutely. I get rubbed a little bit differently by Ty Lopez than I do Dan Locke, but I saw Ty speak on stage and actually liked him a little bit more at the Thrive conference. But yeah, dude, that's incredible. So you just basically, the lesson here is just ask when you have your intuition working and you want to start partnering up with somebody. Just like ask the right people, and it sounds like it just all happened at once.
Usually buying the person's stuff is one of the most effective things you could do as well. Someone I've been trying to reach out to is Pat Flynn. He owns a website called Smart Passive Income. He's like one of the OGs of like earning money online. Pat Flynn has been doing that like Smart Passive Income since like 2011 or before. And I've been trying to reach out to Pat Flynn, and it's going to be really, really hard because he has one of the most popular podcasts on earning passive income through the internet, affiliate marketing and things like that, podcasting. So how do I reach Pat Flynn? I bought his affiliate marketing course, and with the affiliate marketing course, it comes with office hours. I show up to office hours, and I'm like, yo, Pat, let me interview you on my channel. And of course, I had to warm him up too. I asked him like really thought-provoking questions, and I didn't go straight to it. But after I asked like 2 or 3 good questions, I just pitched him like, hey man, I have a channel with 350,000 subscribers. I want you to be a guest on my channel. Would you be interested? And he said, yeah. Prior to that, I tried tweeting him. I tried getting my friend to both tweet us, who's a mutual friend. I emailed him 3 times, never got an answer in any of those ways, but I bought his course, went to his office hours, got straight contact.
That is freaking awesome. Yeah. Just buy people shit and then reach out to them and ask them like if you can get on an interview with them. That's great.
Yeah, because awesome. I think you're the same way too. Like there's a certain like you feel a little bit obligated to the people that believe in you so much that they bought your course, that you're like, okay, like this person like is that much of a believer in me. Yeah, it's hard for me to turn them down.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, I've loved this so far. We just have a few minutes here to go. If you guys have any questions, drop them down below now. Matt's an absolute master at growing a YouTube channel and affiliate marketing and growing an audience in general. So drop those questions down below if you want to ask them before we get off the live here. But my last question for you, Matt, is if somebody is discontent in their job and they want to change their life, how should they go about it? What's the first step that they should take?
I think the first step they should take is learn digital marketing. It's interesting that we live in a world where people are told not to go on social media while on social media. Like the message spread of like, hey guys, don't go. How many of you have seen something like this? Don't go on social media. It's making you feel more depressed. It's gonna, you're gonna compare yourself to other people, and you're gonna make it's gonna make you ungrateful for your life, right? But how are these people spreading the messages of not being on social media? Through social media, like through Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Like you wouldn't even see those videos unless it was social media, right?
Yep.
So it's funny that people are telling you not to be on social media by using social media. And then it's interesting because I have no idea like how you would scale a business in 2018 without social media, without chatbots, without Facebook ads, without Instagram ads, without YouTube ads. I have no idea how you would scale a business. What are you gonna do? Like run billboards? Like if you want to make any sort of income online, whether it's SEO or something, it's always through digital marketing. And if you have no idea how Facebook works, if you don't have a feel on how Instagram works, how can you run ads on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube if you've never used the platforms? You won't even know where the ads go or how it feels. So when people say, oh, don't use social media, it's like, dude, you're basically telling people to be poor, in my opinion. Because it doesn't even matter what kind of business you have, and many of you digital marketers know, it doesn't matter what business you have, you can scale it with internet ads on Facebook. So I would say even use social media even more, but instead of looking at social media as a place for recreation, look at a place for profit.
Yeah.
And so that's the one thing. And it's good that digital marketing is a skill that every company needs.
Yep.
So that's why it's so easy for people to get a job in digital marketing, because the demand is just insane. Once you know digital marketing, there's so many different ways you can apply it, whether that's working for your own agency, working for someone's agency, working in-house at an agency, working in-house at a company, or just like doing basic affiliate marketing, right? Finding a product, making ads. There's so many options that it just never ends. Or you can just even specialize in SEO, right? Like that's a whole world in itself, besides pay-per-click. So I think the first thing is you have to learn digital marketing. I don't know a single entrepreneur who doesn't know digital marketing. You just have to know it. And most entrepreneurs have a very strong hold on the marketing. And we live in a generation now where marketers are making the software, right? Like Russell Brunson made ClickFunnels, right? And then there's so many entrepreneurs now that are making software, and like for example, Empire Flippers, it's a platform for online businesses. It's an online business marketplace where if you want to sell your online business, you can sell it on Empire Flippers, right? So the creator or the founder is Joe Magnotti. He's a really good friend of mine and my mentor. Now he's investing about $200,000 or $300,000 a year into software to make a platform so that the whole process is more streamlined. So you see originally these marketers who are just good at sales. Now they're the ones hiring developers to make software. So that's how powerful digital marketing and sales are, and that they're the ones hiring developers now, versus like developers used to hire marketers to promote their software.
Yep.
And so I'm a big proponent of teaching people how to become developers, full stack developers, data scientists. But that is such a deep profession that you know if you want to do it or not, right? Like at this point, many of you probably have tried coding because it's so hyped up that you know whether you want to do it or not. And it doesn't fit a lot of personalities. Whereas digital marketing, I think it fits more personalities because it's half technical and half psychology, because you're selling to people essentially. So I think because it's not so technical, it just makes it a lot more viable for most people. And also, once you're really good at digital marketing, you know how to make money on your own. Versus if you become a really good developer, that doesn't necessarily mean you know how to make money on your own. You still need to work for somebody. So that's why I think digital marketing is even superior to coding in a lot of ways.
I love that. Yeah, definitely start with digital marketing. Now I feel confident that I can grow any business that I like. Like whenever like I feel a purpose or a sense of why in terms of growing a business, I can grow that business through digital marketing now that I have the skills. And also on top of that, I would say grow an audience. If you do have that personality, look at Matt, look at me. If you grow that audience, and just believe in yourself and provide super helpful content to your audience, it will grow, whether it's on a YouTube channel or if it's in a Facebook group. So, Matt, I loved that advice. Thank you so much for being here, my man. It was absolutely incredible.
Thanks. Thank you, the Six Figure fam, for having me. I hope to see you guys in Saigon. So if any of you are ever traveling the same place I'm traveling, be sure to send me a DM. Let's meet up for a coffee. If you want to know where I am, I'm really active on Instagram about posting a little bit more about my personal life, more of the behind the scenes, the real Matt Tran. You can find me at Engineer Truth on Instagram.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you so much, buddy.